What is the most valuable scene from the series Billions for traders? Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Alright, so have you watched the TV series Billions? If not, it's well worth watching. I am not finished it yet. I am on series 3. I kind of dip in and out of it. I'm going through a phase right with filming it. I'm just coming to the end of series 3, I think it is. And you know, it's an entertainment program. It's something to watch for entertainment purposes. It's about a hedge fund manager, a bent hedge fund manager who does crooked things. If you haven't watched it, he kind of does some insider dealing, does some stuff to make money, does anything basically possible to make some money. And it's an interesting kind of entertainment show. But there was one scene in it specifically that really resonated with traders, and I thought, you know what, that is really true. What has just happened there is what happens every single day to retail traders, professional traders, everybody across the industry. And so there's lots of little different scenes about them shorting things and buying things and doing this. And there's some terminology in there that's quite interesting as well, because obviously you know it as a trader, and they've done some research for the program and talked about it. So it's quite cool from that aspect. But there's one scene, you guys may know this if you've watched it, where there's an IPO of a company called Ice Juice. And by the way, if you're running through Billions now, maybe don't listen to the rest of the video because I might spoil it for you. But if you're not bothered, carry on watching. So there's an IPO, it's called Ice Juice. And it's going to IPO, and you can't help but think of all the IPOs at the moment going on. There's quite a bit of synergy parallel with that. So there's this IPO going on. There's a character in it who's called Chuck. It doesn't really matter about the characters, to be honest with you. But the point is, there's the character called Chuck and his father, and these two guys have invested in this IPO heavily. And there's loads of different complex storylines behind it, but it doesn't matter. And they've invested heavily in this IPO. And on IPO day, it starts to rocket. It goes from like $10, $20 up to $30. So whatever they bought IPO at, maybe they're in at $8, I don't know. But regardless, they've put a lot of money in it, like tens of millions in this thing. And it's up like triple on the day. And you've got one of the other guys saying, I'm worth a quarter of a billion on paper. So we're talking big numbers here. And there's one scene in particular, this is the bit that resonates, guys. It's the one scene in particular, one of the guys who's heavily invested in the IPO, the dad, I forget his name, but he rings up his broker and the price is just ticking through $30. I think it's $30. He rings up his broker and he says, you know, buy more, I want to buy more. I can't remember what the number is, but he said, I would buy more, I'll buy as much as I can or something. This thing is going to fly. Words to that effect. So basically, he's in from, let's say, $10 or $8. It's now $30 and he's adding more. And so on a later scene, it kind of suggests that he bought 700,000 units. So substantial amount at $30, 700,000 units, $30. That's a serious chunk of change. So he buys this, and then ultimately this thing just crashes. There's a storyline behind that, but ultimately it crashes and it closes at like $3 on the day or something. So devastating. But that specific scene is true for so many traders, and it's true for me, it's true for you. We have got to be very careful about letting our emotions take control of our trading decisions. You know, if we analyze this, and listen, I might be the only person out there who's analyzing this specifically, but hey, I'm interested in this kind of stuff, and you probably are too with trading. If you analyze this, right, he's been in, he thinks he's winning big, he's huge, and he gets greedy. He wants more. He thinks it's going to fly. He sees this thing going up and up and up and up. The trend has just been up and up and up and up. It's gone through 10, 20, 30. It's gone through $30. He thinks, wow, this thing's going to go to 50, 100. You know, I'm going to make a fortune. I can make $1 billion off this. I'm already in like 20, 30 million pounds. I want to stick another 20 million, 10 million, or whatever he's putting in. This thing's going to fly. I'm really going to make so much money out of this. And all he's thinking about is how much money he's going to make. He's so pleased that he's made money. He's so impressed with himself. His ego's so big at the moment. He thinks he's a genius. He rings up his broker and buys as many as he can at $30. And he's trading from an emotional perspective. Yes, I get this is a TV show. I get it's fiction, but it's so true. You know, how many times have you traded from an emotional perspective? Whether that's a negative emotion, trying to get a loss back, whether you feel like a genius, like, oh yeah, I can do this, do that, traded too much size. And then afterwards, you're not assessing the risk. He didn't buy that and thought, well, what happens if, you know, okay, there was a story behind that made this go down and end up at $3. So he basically lost all of that money. But what happens if that just was the high, and let's say for the next few weeks before the lockup, it started sitting around at kind of $20. Now, $20, if he's in at 8 with 20 million quid, that's a big win, or 40 million quid, wherever he was in. $20, if he's in average, if his average is at $20, he's not made any money on it. So he's not considering the risk. So the point is, guys, is that we need to be very careful about making emotional decisions. You know, an emotional decision can have a serious impact on your trading. Now, in this story, obviously, devastating impact, huge amounts of money involved in it. For us, maybe it's going to be devastating that it blows out your account, going to a point where it could do ultimate damage to your account, going to a point where it just becomes a bad trade. If you're making decisions like this, let's say on a smaller term, let's just say this is the market, let's say this is the FX pair, let's say it's a currency, another currency pair, or a commodity, or an index, whatever, and you're chasing it out of emotion, thinking this thing is going to fly, you're already in from down here, you're getting aggressive, you're not thinking clearly about the risk and all this kind of stuff, and then it falls through the floor and you're stuck in it. You know, this is something that's damaging to you. So the point is, risk. Consider the risk. I don't say at the end of my videos for nothing, guys. Make sure you keep the risk managed, because it's something personally I always want to have in the back of my mind. Where's the risk in this trade? Where's the risk in the deal? Where's the risk? Where's the risk? Where's the risk? Keep reminding myself of that. Second, being careful about getting emotions get the better of you. In this story, obviously, he was emotional. He was making his decisions through emotion. It took him 2 minutes to make that phone call and make that decision. And with us, it takes us a second to click that mouse and we're in. So we've got to be careful about that. So those are the two primary things, guys. Emotions, being careful they're not dictating your trading decisions, and number two, being mindful every single time you place a trade, every single time, every single time, get it, of the risk involved in the deal. All right, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, and let me know comments in the comment section below. If you like it, thumbs up is appreciated. And Billions, I'm still working my way through. I think there's a season 4. I've not looked. Maybe this is the last one, but I think there's another one to go. So it'll probably take me a year to get through that, because I kind of go through little spells of watching it. But if there's anything else that I think is super interesting, I'll make a little video about it. And also, guys, in the comment section below, if there's a specific scene that you can remember that I might have missed from 1 to 3, let me know. I might go back and watch it, because you know what, these things all help with our learning process. This is now stuck in my mind. Literally, last thing before we end the video, the other day, trading, Dow was getting absolutely hammered. I'm positioned short. I want to press it. I so want to press it. I really want to press it. I want to press it. I just start thinking, but that guy, when they're getting emotional and pressing it when it wasn't right to be pressed, it's already at the lows. Didn't press it, happened to be the right thing. Anyway, all right, guys, take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.